Hello guys! Luna's Deadly Game, analyzing the bold and the beautiful's most dangerous plot twist. Recent episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful have introduced one of the most chilling storylines in the soap's history, as Luna Nozawa has purchased a gun from a street dealer, setting the stage for what promises to be a catastrophic shooting incident. With Luna harboring deep resentments against multiple characters and her mental state deteriorating rapidly, speculation is mounting about who will become her target. Three primary candidates have emerged as potential victims: Electra Forrester, Steffy Forrester, and Deacon Sharp, each representing different aspects of Luna's twisted psyche and unresolved conflicts. Luna's descent into violence. Luna Nozawa's transformation from an aspiring fashion designer to a cold-blooded killer has been one of the most compelling character arcs in recent soap opera history. Having already murdered Tom Starr and Paul Hollister, Luna has demonstrated her willingness to eliminate anyone she perceives as standing in her way. Her recent acquisition of a firearm represents a significant escalation in her dangerous behavior, moving from opportunistic killing to premeditated violence. The circumstances surrounding Luna's gun purchase reveal the calculated nature of her current mindset. When the dealer questioned what a pretty young thing like her needed a weapon for, Luna's cryptic response of "What do you think?" demonstrated her complete embrace of her violent tendencies. This interaction, combined with her practice of pointing the gun at photos of potential targets, suggests Luna has moved beyond impulsive acts to methodical planning of her next crime. Luna's current psychological state has been exacerbated by her house arrest situation under Bill Spencer's supervision. Despite wearing an ankle monitor and being under constant surveillance, Luna has managed to maintain contact with the outside world and continue plotting against her perceived enemies. Her inability to move freely has only intensified her obsessions, creating a pressure cooker effect that threatens to explode with devastating consequences. Case 1. Electra Forrester, the romantic rival. Electra Forrester emerges as a compelling potential target due to her romantic relationship with Will Spencer, the object of Luna's latest obsession. The conflict between these two young women has escalated dramatically in recent episodes, with Luna sending inappropriate text messages to Will and engaging in physical confrontations with Electra. Luna's fixation on Will represents more than simple romantic interest. It embodies her desperate need to control and possess what she believes should be hers. The psychological dynamics between Luna and Electra reveal the depth of Luna's delusion and entitlement. Luna genuinely believes that Electra is an unworthy competitor for Will's affections, viewing her as too prissy for someone like Will. This dismissive attitude masks Luna's deeper insecurities and her inability to accept rejection. When Will consistently rebuffs Luna's advances, she redirects her anger toward Electra, whom she perceives as the primary obstacle to achieving her romantic goals. Recent episodes have shown Luna's escalating aggression toward Electra, including direct confrontations that have nearly resulted in physical violence. Luna's willingness to challenge Electra publicly demonstrates her deteriorating impulse control and her growing desperation. The presence of witnesses during these confrontations has done little to deter Luna, suggesting she has moved beyond caring about consequences or maintaining appearances. The targeting of Electra would represent Luna's attempt to eliminate what she perceives as her primary competition for Will's attention. However, this scenario seems less likely given Luna's pattern of targeting figures of authority and perceived power rather than romantic rivals. Electra, while representing an obstacle to Luna's desires, lacks the symbolic significance that would typically drive Luna to such extreme measures. Case 2. Steffy Forrester, the primary target. All available evidence points to Steffy Forrester as Luna's most likely target, with multiple sources confirming Luna's specific threats against Finn's wife. Luna's obsession with establishing a relationship with her newly discovered father, John Finn Finnegan, has become the driving force behind her latest violent fantasies. In Luna's twisted logic, Steffy represents the primary barrier preventing her from claiming her rightful place in Finn's life and family. Luna's hatred of Steffy has reached pathological levels, with her explicitly telling Sheila that Steffy needs to be eliminated to solve the problem of gaining access to Finn. This direct threat, combined with her gun purchase and practice sessions using Steffy's photograph as a target, creates a clear pattern of premeditated violence. Rich Forrester's warnings to Finn that Luna's on the hunt and she's hunting Steffy underscore the immediate danger Steffy faces. The symbolic significance of targeting Steffy cannot be understated in Luna's psychological framework. Steffy represents everything Luna believes has been denied to her: family acceptance, social status, and unconditional love from Finn. By eliminating Steffy, Luna fantasizes about stepping into her role as Finn's primary family member and emotional support system. This delusion ignores the reality that Finn has clearly established boundaries with Luna and has no interest in developing a father-daughter relationship with her. Luna's previous attempt to harm Steffy by drugging and caging her demonstrates her willingness to act on her violent impulses toward this specific target. The escalation from imprisonment to potential murder represents a logical progression in Luna's deteriorating mental state. Her acquisition of a firearm specifically after making threats against Steffy creates a timeline that strongly suggests Steffy will be her intended victim. The soap opera's promotional materials and preview clips have consistently highlighted Luna's threats against Steffy, with Ridge warning Finn about the danger his wife faces. The dramatic tension surrounding this storyline suggests the writers are building toward a confrontation between Luna and Steffy that will likely result in violence. Steffy's status as a central character and fan favorite also makes her a dramatically appropriate target for such a significant storyline. Case 3. Deacon Sharp, the unexpected victim. While less obvious than the previous scenarios, Deacon Sharp represents a potential wild card target for Luna's violence, particularly given his role in forcing Sheila to choose between him and her granddaughter. Deacon's ultimatum that Sheila must cut ties with Luna or lose their marriage has created a significant source of tension that could explode into violence if Luna discovers the extent of his interference in her relationship with her grandmother. Deacon's opposition to Luna stems from his knowledge of her past crimes and his concern for Sheila's safety and reputation. His "it's her or me" declaration to Sheila demonstrated his unwillingness to tolerate Luna's presence in their lives, creating a direct conflict with Luna's need for family connection and acceptance. If Luna learns about Deacon's role in isolating her from Sheila, she might view him as another obstacle requiring elimination. The dramatic potential of Luna targeting Deacon lies in the element of surprise and the moral complexity it would create for Sheila. Unlike Steffy or Electra, Deacon's death would directly impact Sheila's happiness and force her to confront the true nature of her granddaughter's character. This scenario would create maximum emotional devastation for Sheila while highlighting the destructive consequences of her attempts to maintain relationships with both Deacon and Luna. However, Deacon's targeting seems less likely given Luna's current focus on Steffy and her obsession with Finn. While Deacon represents an obstacle to Luna's relationship with Sheila, this conflict has taken a backseat to her more immediate fixations. Luna's pattern of targeting those who directly interfere with her romantic or familial aspirations suggests she would prioritize Steffy over Deacon in her hierarchy of enemies. The logistical challenges of Luna targeting Deacon also make this scenario less probable. Her current house arrest situation limits her mobility and ability to plan attacks against targets outside her immediate sphere of interaction. Deacon's location at Il Giardino and his general awareness of Luna's dangerous nature would make him a more difficult target than either Steffy or Electra. The inevitable confrontation. Regardless of who becomes Luna's ultimate target, the soap opera has masterfully built tension around the question of when and how she will strike. Her methodical preparation, including gun acquisition and target practice, suggests the violence will be carefully planned rather than impulsive. The involvement of multiple characters in warning potential victims creates a web of anticipation that heightens the dramatic stakes. Sheila's attempts to reason with Luna and convince her to leave Los Angeles represent the last opportunity for intervention before tragedy strikes. However, Luna's consistent rejection of her grandmother's advice and her determination to solve her problems through violence indicate that peaceful resolution is unlikely. Sheila's warning that Luna needs to go has fallen on deaf ears, with Luna instead doubling down on her violent intentions. The soap opera's writers have created a scenario where Luna's violence seems inevitable, with the only question being the identity of her victim and the circumstances surrounding the attack. The dramatic weight of this storyline requires a resolution that will have lasting consequences for multiple characters and potentially reshape the show's dynamics for months or years to come. Based on the available evidence and dramatic momentum, Steffy Forrester emerges as the most likely target of Luna's planned shooting. The combination of Luna's explicit threats, her symbolic fixation on Steffy as an obstacle to her relationship with Finn, and the soap opera's promotional focus on this conflict all point toward a confrontation between these two characters. While Electra represents a romantic rival and Deacon an interfering authority figure, neither possesses the deep psychological significance that Steffy holds in Luna's distorted worldview. The resolution of this storyline will likely serve as a defining moment for multiple characters, particularly Finn, who will be forced to confront the reality of his biological daughter's true nature. Regardless of the outcome, Luna's acquisition of a firearm has fundamentally altered the stakes on the bold and the beautiful, promising consequences that will reverberate throughout the show's interconnected relationships for years to come. Next, we're diving into an emotional and heartwarming storyline from the bold and the beautiful that promises to tug at your heartstrings. We'll explore the evolving dynamics between Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester as they set aside past conflicts for a deeply personal cause, the touching pre-wedding gesture Hope might make, and the bittersweet backdrop of Liam Spencer's heartbreaking diagnosis. With new layers of complexity and invented details woven into this narrative, let's unpack the profound moments and possibilities that await in this captivating soap opera saga, a bond forged in tragedy. In a storyline brimming with raw emotion, Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester have chosen to bury the hatchet after years of rivalry and tension. Their decision to reconcile isn't born out of mere convenience but a shared understanding of the fragility of life. With Liam Spencer as a pivotal figure in both their lives facing a devastating terminal brain tumor, the stakes couldn't be higher. The two women have come to realize that old grudges pale in comparison to the urgent need for unity. Liam, grappling with limited time, has expressed a desperate wish to see the mothers of his children stand together in harmony, a wish that has become a guiding light for Hope and Steffy's newfound truce. This reconciliation is not just a fleeting moment, but a profound shift in their relationship. They've spent countless evenings reminiscing about shared memories with Liam, from his goofy dad jokes at family picnics to his unwavering support during their toughest times. These conversations have rekindled a sense of sisterhood, reminding them of what truly matters as they prepare for an unimaginable loss. Their focus has shifted to creating a stable emotional foundation for Liam's daughters, ensuring that Beth and Kelly feel the strength of a united family when the inevitable happens. Hope's grand gesture, a wedding role for Steffy. As Hope prepares for her upcoming wedding to Carter Walton, she's contemplating a gesture that could cement this fragile peace with Steffy. Sources close to the Logan family hint that Hope is seriously considering asking Steffy to be her matron of honor, a role steeped in trust and significance. This wouldn't just be a ceremonial act. It would symbolize Hope's commitment to maintaining this newfound bond beyond Liam's passing. It's a way to publicly declare that the past is truly behind them, setting an example of forgiveness and strength for their children and the entire Forrester and Logan clans. Imagine the scene. Hope, dressed in a casual yet elegant sundress, invites Steffy to a quiet coffee shop in Los Angeles, away from the bustle of Forrester creations. Over steaming lattes, she nervously broaches the subject, her voice trembling with sincerity as she explains how much Steffy's support would mean on her big day. This heartfelt request could be the moment that fully transforms their relationship, turning former rivals into pillars of mutual respect. It's a bold move for Hope, especially given their complicated history, but it speaks volumes about her growth and her desire to honor Liam's wish for unity. Steffy's response and the echoes of the past. Steffy, known for her fierce independence and protective nature, might initially hesitate at the proposal. After all, she's still processing her own grief over Liam's diagnosis while juggling her responsibilities as co-CEO of Forrester Creations and as a devoted mother. However, reflecting on her own wedding to Finn in 2021, where she extended the same matron of honor role to Hope, could sway her decision. That moment was a gesture of goodwill during a happier time, and now, accepting Hope's request would be a fitting way to close the circle of their shared history. If Steffy agrees, it's likely she pour her heart into making Hope's wedding unforgettable, perhaps even suggesting a meaningful venue like the cliffside where she and Finn exchanged their vows. As a nod to their interconnected past, Steffy might also insist on helping with personal touches, like designing a custom bracelet for Hope to wear as her something borrowed, symbolizing their united front. Her acceptance would not only warm Liam's heart, but also serve as a public testament to their reconciliation, showing fans and characters alike that love and loss can bridge even the widest divides. Liam's joy amidst heartbreak. Liam Spencer, despite the shadow of his illness, remains a central figure in this storyline, his emotions a driving force behind Hope and Steffy's actions. Learning that Steffy might stand beside Hope as her matron of honor could be one of the brightest spots in his darkening days. Liam has always believed in the power of family, and seeing the mothers of his daughters unite for such a joyous occasion would reaffirm his faith in their future. He might even request a private moment during the wedding preparations to thank them, his voice thick with emotion as he expresses how their unity gives him peace in his final moments. Picture Liam sitting in a cozy armchair at the Spencer estate, a soft blanket draped over his shoulders, as he watches Hope and Steffy laugh together over wedding plans. The sight of their camaraderie, even in small gestures like Steffy adjusting Hope's veil during a fitting, could bring a rare smile to his face. For Liam, it's not just about Hope's marriage to Carter. It's about knowing that his children will grow up surrounded by love and cooperation, a legacy far more enduring than any personal achievement. Navigating complex feelings about Hope and Carter. While Steffy is committed to supporting Hope's happiness, she harbors quiet reservations about Hope's relationship with Carter Walton. She's never been fully convinced that Carter is the perfect match for Hope, questioning whether their romance is grounded in true compatibility or a rebound from past heartaches. Yet, in the spirit of peace and influenced by Liam's optimism, Steffy is determined to set aside her doubts. Liam, for his part, has voiced his belief that Carter and Hope could build a lasting, joyful life together, and Steffy is trying to embrace the perspective, focusing on the potential for a bright future rather than her lingering skepticism. To show her support, Steffy might even offer to host a pre-wedding dinner at the Forrester mansion, complete with elegant decor and a toast to the couple's future. This gesture would be her way of publicly endorsing their union, even if her heart isn't fully in it. Meanwhile, Carter, aware of the complex history between the families, could take extra steps to win Steffy over. Perhaps by confiding in her about his deep commitment to Hope and his plans to honor Liam's memory, by being a steadfast presence for Beth. These interactions could add depth to the wedding preparations, showcasing how every character is navigating their personal feelings for the greater good. Wedding plans and future hopes. As Hope and Carter's wedding plans take shape, anticipation is building among the bold and the beautiful fans for what promises to be an emotional and visually stunning ceremony. Rumor has it that the event might take place at a sprawling vineyard just outside Los Angeles, with rolling hills and golden sunlight setting the stage for a day of love and reflection. Hope, ever the romantic, could incorporate elements that pay homage to Liam, perhaps a quiet moment of silence during the ceremony or a framed photo of him displayed at the reception as a way to keep his spirit present. The wedding will likely be a turning point for many characters, not just the bride and groom. For Steffy, standing by Hope's side as matron of honor could mark the beginning of a new chapter in their relationship, one defined by mutual support rather than competition. For Liam, watching from the sidelines, whether in person or through a heartfelt video message if his health prevents attendance, will be a bittersweet culmination of his deepest wishes. And for the Forrester and Logan families, this union will serve as a reminder that even in the face of profound loss, there is room for celebration, healing, and hope. A story of unity and resilience. As we await further updates on Hope and Carter's nuptials, one thing is clear. This storyline on The Bold and the Beautiful is a masterclass in weaving together themes of grief, forgiveness, and love. The potential for Hope to ask Steffy to be her matron of honor is more than a plot point. It's a powerful symbol of how tragedy can inspire transformation. With Liam's health hanging in the balance, every gesture, every reconciled moment carries extra weight, reminding us of the preciousness of time and the enduring strength of family ties. Stay tuned to the B&B Spoilers channel for more insights and predictions about this moving narrative. What do you think? Will Steffy accept Hope's request? How will Liam's story impact the wedding day? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And let's keep this conversation going as we witness the next chapters of The Bold and the Beautiful unfold.